Hi everyone, welcome to RCM Mastery. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that comes up all the time in medical billing, and that's the difference between an EOB and an ERA. Now, they might sound pretty similar, but trust me, knowing how they each work is absolutely key to running an efficient revenue cycle. So let's get right to it. The big question, is it the paper EOB or the digital ERA? What is the real difference here? It's one of the most fundamental questions in this field, and by the end of this short explainer, you are going to have a crystal clear answer. Okay, first things first, let's set the stage a little. Both of these documents pop up during a really critical phase of the revenue cycle, and that phase is called payment posting. This is the moment when a practice officially records the money and, any adjustments they get from insurance payers for all the services they provided. Now, here's probably the most important thing to get right from the very beginning. At their core, an EOB and an ERA. Well, they do the exact same job. They're just two different ways, one paper, one digital, of communicating the very same information, the insurance company's decision on a claim. All right, so let's start with the original, the classic, the EOB. That stands for Explanation of Benefits. You should really think of this as the old school, traditional, paper-based way of getting things done. So the process for an EOB is pretty straightforward. It's a physical piece of paper that gets sent through the mail to both the healthcare provider and the patient. And that simple fact leads directly to its biggest challenge. Every single piece of data on that paper has to be manually typed into the billing software by a person. Now, let's switch gears and look at its modern counterpart, the ERA, or Electronic Remittance Advice. This is the digital solution that has totally streamlined the entire process. So, unlike that paper EOB, an ERA is a digital file. To be specific, it's called an 835 file. It isn't mailed, of course. It's sent electronically directly from the payer's system into the provider's practice management software. And its biggest advantage, the thing that makes it so great, is that it enables auto-posting, where the software just reads the file and posts all the payment details automatically. No typing required. When you look at them side by side like this, the difference is just so obvious, isn't it? With the paper EOB, you've got this slow, manual process that's just begging for human error. But with the digital ERA, you get fast, accurate, automated posting. That massive contrast in efficiency? Well, that's the whole story right there. But, and this is a really, really important but, despite all of these differences in how they're delivered and processed, the core financial information, the actual data you need, is absolutely identical in both documents. So what is that identical data exactly? Well, whether you're holding a paper EOB in your hand or looking at a digital ERA on your screen, you're going to find the same key financial details. The allowed amount, those contractual adjustments like CO45, the final patient responsibility, and of course, the all-important claim adjustment reason codes, the CARCs, that explain the why behind the payer's decision. So if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. The single most crucial difference between an EOB and an ERA isn't the information they hold, but how that information gets into your billing system. It all boils down to one thing: manual entry versus auto-posting. And trust me, this distinction matters a lot. Making the switch to ERAs for auto-posting saves a massive amount of staff time. It dramatically increases accuracy by getting rid of typos and other human errors, and it just boosts the efficiency of your entire revenue cycle. For any practice, it really is a total game changer. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe for upcoming videos.